Hello students, today we discuss a previous year question that came in the Business Studies exam held by the Assam Higher Secondary Education Council. So the question here is, why is a company termed as an artificial person? Why is a company termed as an artificial person? So our answer goes something like this. It is termed as an artificial person. Why? Because of the definition that has been given by the Companies Act. So the definition is, a company is an artificial person created by law having a separate legal entity, perpetual succession and common seal. So by definition we can understand that a company is treated as a person but a non-living person. That is why it is termed as artificial person. And then a company also has perpetual succession. That means it never stops. Its existence never stops. There is always someone who will take the responsibility of the company. And next it is, the company has a common seal. That is, when the company has to issue some orders, it will always have one common seal. So all these things tells us that the company is an artificial person. And we can understand it by its features, that it is not a natural person but recognized by law as having its own identity. A company has its own identity. That is why in the books of a company we always mention its name, not the name of the owners. When accounts are prepared or any business statements are prepared, we mention the name of the company, not the owners. Why? Because it has a separate and own identity. Next is that it can own property, enter into contracts, sue and be sued. That is, a company can enter into contracts in the name of the companies and not by the name of its owners. So that is why it becomes a separate identity. Next point we have is, it acts through its directors and employees, and it has no physical existence. Yes, it is a separate entity, it is an artificial person, but we have to remember that it has no physical existence. It is only recognized by law. It works through its employees and directors only. The features can better be understood like this. Here we can see a company will always have a common seal. A company will always have a common seal. It is a separate legal entity. That is, law recognizes it as an individual, but that is an artificial individual, not a human. So it is not a natural person, but it is recognized by law. Next, it can own property. That is, lands, buildings, cars, all these things can be owned in the name of a company. It can enter into contracts with different business. It can enter into contracts by the name of the company. It can sue. It can file a case against another person or another company or another business. And also it can be sued. Some other businesses might also sue the same company. Why? Because it is recognized by law as an artificial person. Next, it acts through its directors and employees, and it does not have any physical existence. So now we can understand why a company is taken as an artificial person, because of all these reasons.